Hi, Bob. Good to see you. Good morning, I should say. I decided to jump on here and I don't know, just go live for a little bit. I'm doing a lot of cooking and recipe stuff this weekend, so I wanted to kind of get ahead of all of it. How is your Friday going? Happy Friday to you. It's currently 11:22. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Yeah, the night is still young here in Minnesota. It's only 8:23 here. And it's Thursday, and people tend to go out and have fun on Thursday nights. So it kind of feels like it's the weekend already. I'm going to be making buffalo cauliflower this weekend. That's going to be my Monday video. So I am cutting up the cauliflower early just so that it's prepped. Do you have any fun plans for Friday? Your Friday over there in Australia? Oh no. Started feeling ill on Wednesday. Shoot. Do you know if it's like a cold or the flu? Have you taken a COVID test at all? I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well. I have some paperwork to get done now, lots of time to do it. And yeah, take advantage of your downtime. You know, you're not feeling well, but at least you have time now to get stuff done that I feel like when you work a job, things can so easily just get pushed to the weekend, pushed to the evenings. Yeah, the work just can pile up. So I'm glad that you know that you can knock out some stuff while you're recovering. Have you ever had buffalo wings before? They're basically like a substitution of regular chicken wings that you would get at, I don't know, like KFC or Popeyes here in the US. So you're doing the prep work, so your cooking time is less. Yes, that is what I'm trying to do here. Just I tend to run a lot, like long distances on the weekends. which means that I really don't want to spend tons of time on my feet chopping stuff. So I think it would be, the hope is that I can just recover from running and then have all of the prep work done so I can jump right in to cooking stuff. Because I don't mind the prep work. I really enjoy the process of cooking, even getting ingredients prepped. But I mean, by the time you actually dive into making the recipe, at least for me, I'm just so tired. It's exhausting. Buffalo cauliflower. I've made my own version of it, and sadly, oh no. Well, honestly, I like when there's a lot of sauce on wings, or I don't know, foods that come with a lot of sauce or dressing. I tend to overdo it. I'm a bit heavy-handed, but sometimes it can be too much. Do you have Buffalo Wild Wings over in Australia, Bob? I really love Buffalo Wild Wings because they actually have like vegan options there. You can sub cauliflower for like most of the stuff that they offer. It's really nice. When I was in college, they didn't. So my friends would want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings for like late night bites, and I'm like, there's nothing I can eat there, guys. They don't have any veggie options. Just chicken. So I've got one cauliflower all chopped up, and I'm going to do a second head of cauliflower. For new people, I see the number ticked up a little bit. I am prepping some cauliflower pieces because I'm going to be making cauliflower wings over the weekend. I cannot wait. They're a fave. But I figured I would get this prep work knocked out so that I can just dive right into the fun part of cooking. I just heard a little thump outside my door, and I think that means I ordered some stuff from Target, and where I live, they often will bring up your delivery box to your apartment. And I was going to go down to the mailroom and grab it, but once I finish cutting up this cauliflower, sorry, I realize I've like completely blocked your view. I'm going to go grab, my Target box, which I think is sitting outside for me. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to walk down to the mailroom. I'm done working too hard for today. We don't have a lot of the food offerings y'all have, like Panera, for example. Yeah, oh my gosh. This is so fun. I love thinking of like things we have here but may not be overseas. Yeah, like In-N-Out, Burger, Shake Shack. I'm trying to think of like all the burger places. Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, of course, that's everywhere. What's more, I'm trying to think of like what's a little more off the beaten path. Like not a McDonald's, because that's just universal. Like Subway. Do you have Subway? Huzzah for Target box. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what? How did Taco Bell disappear? That's crazy. Taco Bell is my not so guilty pleasure. I live pretty close to one, and actually, I'm going to drop this in the chat because I feel like more people need to know about this. But Taco Bell actually has a vegan menu. So let me just pull that up because I just love it there. Taco Bell vegan options. Yeah, literally they have a page that says how to eat vegan at Taco Bell. So I'm going to share this right now. Because, yeah, that's so unfortunate that they disappeared from your area. So there you go. How to eat vegan at Taco Bell. To be fair, like Mexican American food, it's pretty easy to be vegetarian or vegan if you can just get your hands on some guacamole, some tomatoes, beans, rice, corn, peppers. Yeah, you don't have to, survive on just bread, for example. You can eat well. So Taco Bell might just be my favorite fast food place just because I can eat like a full meal at Taco Bell. What about, oh wait, I want to read your comment. Oh, we apparently have Wahlburger now too. Oh, funny. Wow, that's crazy. Do you have Chipotle in Australia? Or at least your part of Australia? Because that actually, I think it's fast casual. I don't call it like fast food because I don't know. It's not like a McDonald's equivalent. But man, I absolutely love Chipotle. You can eat so well, it's so healthy, and it's so inexpensive for today's economy. It's wild. My order at Chipotle, I get a sofritas bowl. So that's just like marinated tofu with brown rice, black beans, guacamole, and tomatoes. And that cost me $11. I don't know about Chipotle, maybe, but don't quote me on it. I've seen Chipotle in a number of places I've traveled to abroad. I remember being in Paris, of all places, and I was with friends and we were craving just like Mexican style food and really fast Mexican style food. So we're like, let's just go to Chipotle in Paris. So we found the nearest one, but tragically, the one that we went to did not yet have the sofritas, like marinated tofu that I get. That's kind of like the protein of choice for me at Chipotle. Oof, it's making me hungry just talking about Chipotle. Definitely need to eat some food. What about Ethiopian food? Is there any Ethiopian food in your area? Any restaurants or marketplaces? I know those can be a little more specialty. Oh, I'm almost done with the cauliflower. Didn't actually take that long to chop up, but I'm glad that this task is knocked out for the weekend. It sounds gross, but I do check my produce for just like little bugs because I get organic produce when I can, which means it's not just completely drowned in pesticides. So it's good that it's not chemically, dunked. But it means that bugs can survive a bit better on organic food. So try to just watch for bugs. Gosh darn it! I just realized I missed Rachel's live. Oh, that's okay. You can watch. It's recorded and posted, so you can watch it back. Yeah, I didn't see it either because I tend to run right after work, and that's when she typically goes live. So I wasn't able to see it, but I will watch the recording. Okay, so that was easy. My cauliflower is all prepped for this weekend. I'm very happy. Just doing a last little check here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in my fridge for now. And I think I'm just gonna take a little snack break / dinner break because I am so hungry. So let's get a lid on this guy. And throw the cauliflower pieces in my fridge. They are going to be cauliflower wings. Lots of Ethiopian restaurants. Yay! Oh, that's so cool. I love hearing that. It's so sweet to think about just Ethiopian communities all over the world. It makes me very happy. Alrighty. So now let's just clean this board off a little bit, eat some lentils, and grab my Target box. Whew. I'm also planning on making some potatoes tonight because that just sounds divine. Bob, what kind of paperwork are you hoping to get done while you're taking time off from work? Also, this is going to be part of my dinner. It's red lentils with quinoa. Been so bad lately about just going, and not eating a full dinner. So I'm trying to be better. Whew. I found a tiny green tree frog in a box of salad mix. Oh, that's really cute. Oh my gosh, yeah, I mean, they're just trying to survive. That's so cute. Wow, I can't imagine finding that in food here because we don't have, well, we do have frogs and toads, but I don't know, not like that, I don't think. Oh my goodness. Whew. All right. Now let's see what this Target box is. Actually, I know it's in the Target box, but I'm gonna quickly scooch this stuff to the side and unbox the Target box. It has a lot of food in it too. As for proper paperwork, just boring file stuff. Yep, the boring stuff. So important, but not the most fun. And my water in my saucepan is boiling over there. I should say my soup pot, not my saucepan. I'm actually going to be boiling some potatoes tonight because, it's pineapple. Hello. On another topic, I saw a platypus in the wild once swimming in a river. Wow. Never would I ever say that coming from this state. Like, just that's crazy. Wow. Hello, Pineapple. Good to see you again. I just decided to jump on this evening because I was going to be in my kitchen anyways, prepping some food / making some dinner. I decided I wanted mashed potatoes, so I cut up some of these potatoes yesterday. Some of these I'll use for a different recipe, but I'm going to use some of these to make mashed potatoes because that just sounded really good, and it's a favorite dish of mine, and it takes 2 seconds to make. All right, mashed potatoes are boiling. That's exciting. That is so cool. So I'm curious, I know what they look like, but I don't know much about them. What are, how how do you say the plural? Is it platypuses? I'm curious, like, what their temperament is like. Are they nice? Are they timid? Are they aggressive? Are they not very smart? Yeah, that's an animal where I know next to nothing about them. Okay, pencils are going back. Gotta take a few bites of these lentils because, man, I am running on empty. Oh my gosh. They'll mess you up. Oh my gosh. Wow. I like animals like that are mostly like timid and shy and sweet, but you don't want to mess with them in the wrong circumstances. All right. Let's go grab this Target bag. I said Target bag. I mean Target box. There's a Target box sitting outside my door waiting for me. And I'm going to unbox it. There's chocolate inside, so I'm very excited. Ooh, there's two. How fun is this? Little unboxing video for you. I can't remember exactly what all I ordered. I know I ordered like garlic powder. There's chocolate chips. I'm making cookies this weekend. I'm making so much good stuff this weekend. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I love planning out recipes, and then all week I'm so looking forward to cooking and baking. I cooked a huge bowl of green peas and broccoli for dinner last night. Wow. Lots of green, healthy ingredients. Nice. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Okay. I'm going to show you some of these items, and I want you to guess what I'm going to be making based on the item. Okay, so first, I've got these bamboo skewers. So take a guess as to what I could be making. I think I'm going to put them in here. Bamboo skewers. We also have some vanilla extract. Yeah, I did not say that. It's a pop quiz. Surprise. Some pure vanilla extract. I'm just going to put this away. Not using it tonight, but I will be over the weekend. And that's it for this box. And then second box, I know my chocolate's in here. I've said it like 3 times. I love chocolate. I'm definitely eating some. I'm a chocolate fiend. All right, what all did I get? I was kind of in a recipe frenzy earlier this week, so I'm not remembering everything I got. Oh, your Target seems to have a whole mess of stuff that you sure don't. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I can find pretty much everything at Target, and I order it online. It's super easy. The delivery is really fast. I think I ordered this stuff yesterday. But again, like I feel like there's a huge asterisk next to things that I say when they sound like amazing. Fun fact, Target is headquartered here in Minnesota. I want to say it's headquartered in Minneapolis. So they're literally right here in our backyard. I wonder if it says. Yeah, Target Corporation, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, it is really nice having Target right here. Because, I mean, I feel like the shipping time is so quick. So, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I ordered some yellow cornmeal, chopped walnuts, unsweetened coconut cream. There's just loads of stuff in here. There's a couple cartons of unsweetened almond milk. And then my beloved dark chocolate chips, which I'm going to be using to make chocolate chip cookies this weekend. So excited. Whew. Are you making polenta? No, I'm not, but I'm going to add that to my list because polenta is one of those things I really didn't like as a kid, but like my mom would make it sometimes. I just thought polenta was really like creepy and weird for some reason. I think it was a texture thing growing up. So I'm not making polenta bob, but I'm going to add that to my recipe list. There's certain things I hear and I'm like, why did I not think of making that? And polenta is one. I don't think I've ever made it in my whole life. I've had it like at restaurants. You're most of the way to an excellent pineapple upside down cake as well. Yes, okay. Target Oz has none of those items. Interesting. Okay, good to know. I'm writing these two things down in my YouTube notes. I love these ideas. Pineapple upside down cake. Thank you, Haystacks the Great. And polenta, courtesy of Bob. Okay. Let's get those written down. Polenta. I'm trying to think like what time of year. Maybe like I think polenta would be a really nice fall recipe because I feel like here at least we eat a ton of corn in the fall. Polenta, pineapple, upside down cake. And I've mentioned this before in other YouTube lives. I actually love baking way more than I love cooking. However, I find that the things I enjoy baking are not exactly the healthiest for me. So I try to stick to cooking because it goes faster. At least the recipes I'm picking up are faster and they're a bit more nutritious. And I feel like you can meal prep when you're cooking as opposed to baking. I don't know. I feel like there's less things I can think of meal prepping that are baked. They're more like specialty items. How good is pineapple upside down cake? Haven't made it in ages. May just have to. Thanks, Haystacks. Yeah. Fall for polenta for sure. Polenta with mushroom. Oh, yes. That would be a really good pairing because I love mushrooms so much. Okay. What am I going to do next? All right. First, I'm going to get all this stuff put away so it's not a mess in my kitchen. I'm actually running out of room in my little pantry down here. I don't think you can see it. It's too low. But yeah, there was a point where I was really just running on almost no groceries aside from rice and some lentils. And I was like, this has got to change. This is not enough. So that's my little Target unboxing for you. Now let's get back to some chopping. I think I'm going to do the potatoes next once I get the rest of this stuff put away. All right, so my potatoes are still boiling away. For those of you who don't know, I'm making mashed potatoes for dinner, and I'm also eating just a bowl with lentils and quinoa. It's a bit of a last-minute dinner, but I'm hungry. Same. That is such a struggle with baking. So I'm a huge fan of the Great British Baking Show. I know people in the UK at least call it Bake Off. And the contestants will talk about how they practice all these cakes and they're making muffins and donuts and tarts and croissants and all this stuff at home. And I'm like, if I would love to get that practice in, but the part of me that wants to make use of whatever I cook or bake, I would just end up eating all of those dessert items that I practice. I would need, honestly, if I wanted to like get really good at pastry and just baking in general, I would want to have like a huge team of people to bake for, because otherwise it would just sit here and I would eat the whole thing, which I don't want because I have a wicked sweet tooth. Yeah. Exactly. I was like, you know what? I just heard the delivery person bring my Target box up to my door. So we're just going to unbox it right here. And it's food. It's all food for recipes that I have planned. So I figured, why not feature it here? Yeah, I've realized that my weakness is like sweet things, chocolate, but like baked goods, like bready things. Love pancakes, and also like cereal. Just, yeah, very carby foods. I don't mind eating them every now and then, but I'm not trying to just, make them every day, because I would feel obligated to eat all of it, because it's time I invested, it's money I invested in the groceries. So yeah. Yeah, I know. I feel like that's the trick, is to just like right now, literally, I'm just like, what can I kind of like be snacking on? But yeah, eat loads of veggies, like massive amounts of veggies. Get filled up on those, and then have a little dessert at the very end. That's kind of how I like to do it. Yep. Yeah, I feel the same way. I am a chocoholic. I'm just saying right now, I'm totally digging into these chocolate chips at some point tonight, because I just feel like it. I'll definitely leave enough for the chocolate chip cookies I'm making. All right, milk. And then just a few more bites, because I am still famished. Oh, okay. Fruit and veg with high water content. Yeah, I try to pack in as many fruits and veggies, specifically veggies, but also fruits, as I can. Just natural foods, pretty unprocessed. Sorry, Bob. I absolutely love chocolate. I'll try not to eat too much of it. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. So now, I'm going to get to some chopping. Well, I was chopping the cauliflower earlier, but let's chop some potatoes. And this is actually, I don't know if I should like share the recipes I'm making or leave them as a surprise, but yes, I was looking up certain like fair foods, carnival foods, state, like here in Minnesota, we actually, I think tonight our state fair began. And oh, excuse me. State fairs are known for like really bad food. Sorry. I just inhaled like a piece of lentil. That did not go down. Anyways, goodness. Yeah, I'm not gonna say what I'm making. All I'll say is this: it's fair inspired food. And by fair I mean like carnival, state fair food. Whew. Where I used to live, there was a sweet store with candles from all over the world. Oh boy, buddy, that was difficult. Not, yeah. Okay, you read my mind, Haystacks the Great. I was like Googling like crazy vegan and gluten-free funnel cakes. And I decided against them, at least this time around, because you have to have like a huge pot of fat and like have it boiling so that you fry the batter. I watched this one Instagram reel or whatever, something on Instagram. And this guy, I think it was posted by PETA actually. This guy made vegan funnel cake. I don't think it was gluten-free. And it looked amazing, but I also was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to buy like gallons of oil to fry this stuff in. And I didn't quite feel up to that because you just, dump that stuff down the drain. So it's not funnel cake, but that is definitely a rabbit hole I went down when I was thinking about carnival foods to make. Yeah. I'm planning on posting like multiple shorts, maybe multiple long form videos next week. Should be fun. Let's see. It is funnel cake. Oh, you don't know what funnel cake is? Wow. So crazy. Some things are just like, you think everyone would know it, but that's just where you live and everyone knows it, but you go somewhere else and people don't know it. Funnel cake is basically like if you took like a batter, it looks like one long drizzle of batter that was fried in like a kind of a circular clump, if you will. That's not a great description. Yeah, I know. I did not want to deal with all of that oil. And I would have to probably use my soup pot, which I'm using right now to make mashed potatoes. And I was like, I don't want to do fried food. Not now. You can try using a wok. Use less oil. Just can't make them a foot wide. Okay. Yeah. And a wok is on my purchase list. I feel like there's a lot of kitchen gadgets that I would love to have. And I'm thinking about, I would love a really nice set of knives. I mean, this one gets me pretty far, but I would love to have a proper set of cutting knives, a standing mixer for, batters and baked goods, a wok for sure. Sounds like a donut. Yeah, it is like a donut. Thank you. That's so much more helpful than my description. Yeah, it's basically like donut batter, but instead of piping it into the oil in a circular, like a perfect circle, it's just, I don't think I've seen it before, but they just drizzle it and kind of like keep going until it's like a solid kind of webby circular mass. My KitchenAid is the most used thing in this house. Yes. Oh my goodness. I grew up with a KitchenAid standing mixer, and I think that's where I just like fell in love with baking. It was so fun to make brownies and other things that are like batter based, and just seeing the ingredients become like a dough, batter, whatever, like a dough, like a bread dough, like very thick. So I'm thinking of perhaps investing in a very nice kitchen stand mixer. So many things. I have to be careful though, because I could easily just fill up this kitchen space to the point where there's like no room and it looks very cluttered. So I'm trying to be a little strategic about my purchases. Ooh, potatoes. I think these need another 10 minutes. I tend to over boil my potatoes because I just hate the crunchiness of a raw or undercooked potato. Not trying to have that. And these potatoes that I'm chopping up right now, these are not for a fair carnival recipe. They're actually more for, I'm filming an episode that's tied to Labor Day here in the US, which is, it's always the first Monday in September. And so this year it's Monday, September 2nd. So I wanted to get that episode filmed a bit early. Ooh, my nose is just suddenly super runny. I'm just gonna take 1 second and blow my nose. So I'll be right back. I'm back. All right, Bob, you're gonna hate me, but I think I'm gonna be digging into my chocolate chips in a second here. They're just too good to resist. Oh my God. I love chocolate chips. I love chocolate, period. So let's just dig into these bad boys. So I love these little guys. So good. Thanks, Bob. It's such a fave. Love it so much. In terms of YouTube stuff, I'm very excited that I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers, because once you hit 1,000, you can do live streams from your phone. I'm currently doing this from my MacBook laptop, which I don't mind because you have kind of a wider shot, but I feel like with phones you get higher resolution, at least what I've seen. So once I hit 1,000, and I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, sometime next month, I would love if that could happen. I may start doing these live streams on my phone. So we will see. But it's really, honestly, it's been so exciting to see the growth of this channel and just connecting with people. It's just so fun when there's comments to read and the chat going in YouTube live streams. I just love it so much. Love connecting with people. I worked in a restaurant once where we did a lot of chocolate work. Wow, that would be so difficult. Oh my goodness. Okay, speaking of chocolate, there's an amazing Netflix series that you have to watch. This guy, maybe you already know him. He is French, I believe. He might be Belgian. His name is Amaury Guichon. I think I'm saying that right. And he is this out of this world chocolatier. He carves life-size elephants, ballerinas, landscapes, and it's like all out of chocolate. He heats it up, he carves it, he melts it, he molds it. I was watching this 3 years ago, and actually, let me just drop a link in the chat, because this guy is unreal. And as a chocolate fanatic, I mean, I already was loving this show, but yeah, I was blown away. So let me see if I can find it for you guys. Amaury Guichon. Oh, he's, French Swiss. Pastry chef and chocolatier. Yeah, he's very popular. He has 16 million followers on Instagram. I'm just going to drop his website in the chat because, like, he does the world such a service with his artistry with chocolate. It's out of this world. Hi, Michael. Good to see you. I still haven't started watching The Sopranos, but that's on my to-do list. We were just talking about chocolate. I don't know if you were here to see it, Michael, but I unboxed some Target goodies that arrived at my door today, and I'm going to be baking cookies this weekend, among many other things. And this was in my Target box, and whenever I have chocolate chips at the ready, I just tend to like snack on them because I love chocolate so much. But I do have to save some because I actually want some to put in my cookies. But that's how we got onto the topic of chocolate. Just got them. Nice goodies. Those look tasty. They're really good. Yeah. Yeah, this is the brand. Instagram perma banned me. What? No. That's so unfortunate. Also, call me a millennial boomer. I'm so behind on the Instagram game. I never had Instagram growing up. I always had Facebook, Snapchat, like a bunch of other things, but never Instagram for some reason. But I really want to start one for this channel because it's food and I do like the platform. Like I have an account just to see my friends and see what they're up to, but I don't have like an active account. So that's another thing that I'm thinking of starting next month is an Instagram account linked to this channel. And I've heard a lot of people say like, you know, it's great to grow a YouTube channel and connect with people, but it's really nice when you're on multiple platforms because there's a lot of people out there that only use one. So the people who might love the videos I make and might connect with me, so like there's probably people who just have Instagram and they're not on YouTube. So that's a reason why I am thinking of starting an Instagram for this channel. I already have Hannah and Health locked down, but just so I had that username within my grasp, but I have not actually done anything with it just yet. Hey Stax, do you know if if you're perma banned, twice. Is there any chance, like third strike, like 3 chances, and then third strike, you're out for good? I tried joining because I was wanting to do a channel for my process photography, and it seemed like a good idea. Oh, Minnesota, oh, shoot. So maybe they're like really strict on like copyright stuff or just like protecting artists' work. Dang, that's really frustrating. I contested both times, submitted proof of ID, and then no, oh my gosh. So based on that, because I don't know Instagram super well, but it sounds like it seemed automated. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. I wonder, I'm trying to think like of ways you could get around or just, I don't know, start like a new channel, or not channel, a new account. Because Instagram is so popular. But yeah, that seems a bit strict. Didn't even used to post anything. Yeah, that's odd to me. That seems very premature. All right, so I heard my timer go off for my potatoes that are boiling. If you've picked up on my kitchen habits at all, you probably can tell I like doing many things at once. Just trying to get the most out of my limited time, guys. That's the mission. So I might just let those potatoes boil for a few more minutes. I said earlier, I don't really care if I overboil my potatoes because they're going to be mashed anyways. So I'm like, they're a little mushy from being overboiled. I'll live. It's fine. I've been working on vegan photography. Oh, cool. Yeah, you should totally do something on YouTube. That's amazing. I would love to see that content. Haystacks. You should just do it. Just do it. Start it on YouTube. Just get started. Sorry, my nose is just like, for some reason, very sniffly this evening, if you're wondering. I'm not ill, just a little sniffly. Alrighty. One more potato to go. And then I'm done peeling potatoes for tonight. Oof. There's only so many I can peel before I'm tapping out. I was going to put a quiz in this chat, but maybe I'll save it for this weekend. I was thinking of doing a quiz, not a quiz, like a poll. That's what they're called. A poll for the chat. I was thinking of doing something related to fair food. Like, which of the following would you most want to try or eat at the fair? And there's some weird stuff at the Minnesota State Fair. Some of you know I have not been vegan my whole life. There's like deep fried alligator, deep fried Snickers bar, deep fried pickle, deep fried butter. Like, just, you don't go to the Minnesota State Fair to eat super healthy. It's pretty obvious, I would think, but yeah. So I think this weekend when I'm making my state fair / carnival inspired food, I'll put a poll into the chat and see what people will say. Almost done. Ooh, can't wait. Can't wait. Oh my gosh. Whew. Deep fried butter sounds terrifying. I know. It's wild, some of the stuff that you see offered. Pretty funny though. 10 years ago, What are you doing and what you have imagined you would be doing? Ooh, I love this question. Great question, Michael. 10 years ago, oh my lord, where was I? 2014. I was okay, so it's what, August 2014. So I would have been going into my junior year of college, or university for my non-American people. Okay, what were you doing? So I was at that point, I think I had decided I wanted to be a political science major, love like politics, history, 20th century, Cold War, blah blah blah. So I was like studying that stuff. I think at the time I was kind of thinking I wanted to be a lawyer. And so at the time, I think if I could guess what I would be doing 10 years from then, it would be a lawyer. And what was the other part? Would you have imagined, what were you doing? And would you have imagined you would be where you are today? I think I would be surprised. Sorry, I'm just gonna give my potatoes a stir. So to fully answer your question, I think 10 year ago me would not have expected me to be in Minneapolis because I went to university out of state, not in Minnesota. And I definitely was like one of those people who want to like travel the world, live other places, which I did. And then after a certain number of years, I was like, I just am so tired of being distant from family. So I think such a good question. No. So in one word, no. I don't think I would have thought I would be working in Minneapolis. And I don't think that I would have thought I'd be doing my current job. I really love it, honestly. I'm an auditor, so I basically just, I like to tell people I'm a professional snoop because quite literally I get to like investigate government programs and see if there's like fraud, performance issues, laundering, whatever, mismanagement, all kinds of stuff. So no, but I think that if I could go back in time 10 years from right now and talk to my younger self, I would just, my message to her would be like, keep going, stay positive, and you will be like pleasantly surprised to see how the next 10 years of your life play out. Because I've had a great, like, I loved my 20s, super fun, lots of adventures. Like, I look back very fondly at my 20s. I'm like, man, that was a great decade. I don't think I would go back and relive it because, you know, learning lessons, but what a great decade of life. Oh, my Lord. What about you, Michael? How about yourself? Oh, you're on here. Hi, Rach. So you're like an auditor. Yep, I'm an auditor. Nailed it. I am an auditor. Someone in the local newspaper, when one of our reports came out, called like my employer professional nitpickers. And I was like, I think that's fair. Oh my gosh. Oh, my sister's in here. Hello, Rach. Is dad getting ready? Okay, you guys, literally, our dad is returning to his home country of Ethiopia. He has not returned since 1982. Crazy. He just turned 66, and he's flying to Ethiopia at 4 a.m. our time. It's now 9:30 p.m. And he apparently has decided he's not even going to sleep tonight. He's just going to stay up until he has to go to the airport. Yes, he's done packing. Amazing. You're welcome, Michael. Great question. I love those like reflection questions. Okay, another thing I really want to put in the chat, not to like completely sideline or sidetrack this conversation, but I was listening to the most amazing video. This guy interviewed a woman who was 103, going on 104 soon. And he just was asking her all the big life questions, like what was it like growing up through World War II? What was it like going through this, through that? Like, it's amazing. Oh my gosh, John is here too. Hi. Hello. Yeah, we're just talking about a lot of different things. But yes, 4 a.m. is brutal. I was telling my sister, because I have a deadline tomorrow for work, and like it's a shame because most Fridays are pretty chill for me. Like most of the work I've gotten done by like Thursday. But it's just like, oh, as much as I wish I could just stay up, because I love staying up super late all through the night, very much a night owl. But I know if I did that, I would just be burning myself. And I really don't know if I'd be able to meet my deadline tomorrow. So it sucks. But we got together as a family yesterday night for dinner as his like send off meal and well wishes and that kind of thing. So I got to say goodbye to him, and he's going to have WhatsApp when he's over there. So we're just going to like text. It's fine. He's showering now and mom's setting up his travel. Oh my God. Of course she is. That's hilarious. Oh my God. In another life, I think our mom could have been like a travel planner or a personal assistant or like a project manager. Like she is really like itinerary, schedule, backup plan, you know, just she thinks of like all the stuff, all the logistical stuff. I work in logistics warehousing, and today I had 2 drivers waiting around and reaching in an Ethiopian. They did. Oh my God, that is hilarious. I'm dead reading that comment, Haystacks. Oh my God, that is like, man, on brand. So Habeshas are just like Ethiopian people, like offhandedly. And then it's such a Habesha thing, like the fact that they're debating Tef versus Rice. Oh my gosh. Habesha problems. I know. I'm okay, Michael. Rachie and I were talking on the phone earlier this evening, and we were both like, I cannot imagine leaving the United States and living in a foreign country for like 40 some years. Like he's spent more of his life by far in the United States than he has in his home country, and he has never gone back. It's wild. Yeah, Ethiopian food is the best. Oh my God, the argument of the century. I know. Rachie and I, really though, I feel like that's like the argument of civilization for at least the Habeshas, because like rice is so universal, but Tef is like their, like if I'm trying to think of like the hallmarks of like the Habesha culture, it's like Jesus, Tef, coffee, running, and I don't know if there's any, those are kind of the big ones. Injera, like their food. I vote Tef too. That's a great poll. Oh my God. Here we go. I was debating what to put as a poll. I feel like rice is gonna win. Okay. Come on, man. Start a poll. The reach. Okay. Tef. I love this question. Tef or rice? Rice. Boom. Let the people decide. Ark of the Covenant. Oh my God. So funny. That is hilarious. Haystacks. I cannot believe. Well, I can believe that you saw that. I'm surprised that they were debating for an hour. That's what I find the most hilarious. I would love to hear like the viewpoints of like what they were saying. All right, I'm gonna drain my potatoes now. This is such a hodgepodge live stream. It's like unboxing, eating, chopping. I don't know. I was gonna be in my kitchen, and I figured I would just get some stuff knocked out. So I'm gonna refrigerate these beautiful Yukon Gold potatoes. All ready to go. So I'm just gonna set them in my fridge, which is suddenly now absolutely packed. And now I'm gonna drain the potatoes. They were waiting around while getting their trucks loaded. I thought it was a bit at first. I couldn't really keep up because they stopped talking. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. I can picture it. I can picture how they would look, how it would sound. Yeah. That's amazing. I envy you that you got to witness that, Haystacks, because I would love to witness that. Oh, shoot. Right, let's get these potatoes drained. Kind of an impromptu addition to my dinner tonight, LOL. Just Texas things. Oh, you're in Texas. I must have missed that. That's so cool. I have wanted to go to Texas for so dang long. All right, I'm gonna mash these potatoes if I have a bowl available. It's looking a little small, guys. Let's see. We're just winging it. It's 9:30 and still over 90 outside. What? Oh my lord, that is crazy. Okay, so we're in the same time zone. I can never remember if like all of Texas is Central Time or if there's like a cutoff point. Wow, I was gonna look up our temperature right now in Minneapolis. It was a bit cooler today because we got some rain, but right now it's 70 degrees. Dang, 90. Oof. All but parts of El Paso. Okay. Nice. Yeah, it's just, I feel like there's so much distinctiveness about Texas. It just, yeah, it fascinates me. There's a wonderful phrase that I recently heard. I listened to Dave Ramsey. He's like a financial guy on YouTube, very old school from Tennessee. And he used this one phrase, and I think he said it came from Texas, but it's big hat, no cattle, which means it's like you're basically like all show, but no substance. And I was like, I love that phrase. Big hat, no cattle. I've heard great things about Austin. A lot of creators are moving to Austin. There's nothing finer than Lubbock in the review mirror. I don't know what that means. Lubbock. Should I? Yeah, one day I'll make it down to Texas. Here's a question. What would you say is the best time of year to visit Texas? I would also love to see a football game in Texas. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I am getting the lentils into a smaller bowl because I'm running short on bowls and I want to mash the potatoes in this larger one so that they have more room. Okay. Yeah, we're just going with it. Springtime before May or so. Okay. And I'm guessing because it's warm, but it's not like 90 degrees at night, like you're saying. I was going to say something about Texas. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Dang. Oh, I know what it was going to be. North Texas is going to be wildly different from the west and southeast. Okay, I had a question more about like if you guys get snow. I think I remember like a few newscasts where it's like a sprinkling of snow every so often. But like, how is North Texas different from like, I guess what's distinctive about North Texas compared to other parts? I'm very bad. I know the cities. I just don't know where within the borders of Texas they actually are. So, this is why I need to go there, because then I would have a better sense of where things are. Like if I drew the shape of Texas, I could not put where like Dallas, Houston, El Paso, I could not put those cities on a map. But one day I will get there. I haven't been to a lot of the South, which kind of bothers me because I do like the South, the parts of it that I've seen. I loved Savannah, Georgia. So charming. So I loved the accent. Oh my goodness, the hospitality was unreal. Yeah, I was very charmed by Georgia and Savannah. And I've been to Atlanta too. Okay, I'm gonna mash these guys. Just using a big fork. And I'm gonna add a little bit of almond milk to beat these, or mash these potatoes, I should say. Dallas is North Texas. Amarillo is up in the Panhandle. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. If you were to name 3 things, like if I, like any newcomer to Texas, like I'm a new tourist in Texas, what are like the three places I should see, or landmarks, or I don't know. I feel like there's so much going on in Texas. I would say to someone coming to Minnesota, there's kind of like a few things, like a few very iconic things that come to mind. But I mean, this isn't to like diss my own state, but Texas just has some wild history. It's very cool. All right, mashing these potatoes. Add some salt and pepper. I've also got some vegan butter I'm going to throw in here as well. And this is a little bit of a bonus item. But for those of you who watched my stuffed mushroom cap video, I have some leftover Daiya cheese. So once I've mashed together the potatoes with the butter and the salt and the pepper, I'm going to sprinkle on some of these Daiya cheddar cheese shreds. This is vegan, non-dairy cheese, and just nuke it in the microwave. Big Bend National Park, Palo Duro State Park, and then Galveston. Interesting. Okay, wow. Never would have thought of those. Those are all about 10 hours apart. What? That is so, even for me, like, okay, I'm a Midwest kid. All of my vacations growing up, it was like drive, any direction for hours, for so many miles, east to Wisconsin, north to Canada, west to the Dakotas, south to Iowa, maybe Chicago. That's 6 hours from Minneapolis. And so, like, you know, I'm accustomed to long drives in the car. But 10 hours, that is a long time. Wow. That is crazy. Big Bend National Park. I'm going to have to look that up. I love any kind of outdoor recreation, like state parks, national parks. That's something I've actually thought, okay, so like I tend to think like years and years ahead, like into the future. And I thought it would be so fun to kind of branch out with YouTube content and do state park, like hiking, running, just walking, exploring, just, I don't know, kind of as like a health component, since this is a health focused channel. So maybe in the future, I'll make it out to Big Bend and other spots. The Alamo too. I had an Alamo t-shirt as a kid from family friends who went down and visited the Alamo and then brought it back as a souvenir and present for me and my sister and maybe my parents too. I loved that shirt and it always seemed so mysterious. I was like, what is the Alamo? Because it said, remember the Alamo on the t-shirt. And I was like, I don't know what this is as a kid, but I like the t-shirt. All right, I'm gonna grab some salt and pepper. Pepper, salt. I did know Texas is a big state, but still, I think just knowing that cities are still 10 hours apart by car, it still surprises me that it takes that long. That is mighty impressive. All right, this is looking good. I'm just gonna try to tidy up. I tend to have way too much going on my countertop, so I'm gonna quickly just get some stuff put away before it gets too crazy. Oh, all right, little lunch break. All right, let's get these potatoes done. Looking good. I think they need more salt, actually. I tend to like my food very, very salty. All right, so mashed potatoes are done. Looking nice and luscious, super easy. Gosh, they're such a go-to, like, quick meal for me because they're easily vegan. I love potatoes. I love carbs. I love savory stuff. And now I'm going to take these cheese shreds, just sprinkle them on the top, and then hopefully they'll melt down okay in the microwave. So cheese, lots and lots of cheese. I'm trying to use up my groceries because I'm going to be out of town next weekend. So I'll be meal prepping, but probably not as much because I'm leaving on Thursday night. So I don't have a ton of stuff left because then it goes bad and I hate throwing out my groceries. Time just flies. Peace and joy. Hi. I don't know if I've seen you in my live stream chats before. Hello. And sorry if you have been here and I just didn't see you. It's one of those nights where it was like, go, 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 get stuff done. And now I'm like very hungry. You're brand new. Oh my gosh, I love this. Thank you for joining. Welcome. I'm pretty new to this YouTube live stream feature. I normally post I normally post long form videos and shorts, but I love this forum too. It's really fun to like interact in person, or not in person, but live without all the recording steps. So thank you for joining Peace and Joy. I love seeing new people. So it's looking a little bit melted. So I put some vegan cheddar cheese shreds on the potatoes, but I'm gonna microwave it for maybe another minute or so. Maybe if I just stir these in a little bit more, it'll help. Yeah. So let's do another minute.
I enjoy finding new YouTube pages and learning. Good, me too. Yeah, live videos are so much fun. Honestly, like, I knew I was going to be in my kitchen anyways tonight working on stuff, and so I figured why not just set up my camera, post about it super quick beforehand, and just see who shows up. And yeah, I love it. Compared to the recording part, I mean, I do love filming the videos that I post, but it's just not as interactive as the lives. So it's a really fun feature. I love all the features on YouTube. I think it's a really fun platform. Also, this is one of the beet smoothies that I've frequently featured on my channel. If you're curious, I've become obsessed with these beet smoothies. Yeah, I went for a long run this evening after work, and I'm not the greatest about fueling and replenishing calories after my runs. I've gotten burned by that, so I've been trying to eat more post-run. So I'm very hungry. Yeah, okay, I'm glad that you brought that up, Peace and Joy, because I don't really like I don't scroll for lives that often on YouTube, but I think it would be so fun. And I will say this, the people that I subscribe to and I watch like their content regularly, it's so exciting to see the icon show that they're live, because I'm like, oh my God, they're talking right now. And it's not a scripted and edited video. So it is fun, but I feel like I need to seek out more live streams just, when I'm on the platform, because it usually is just recorded videos. All right, let's see how these potatoes are looking. Ooh, it's hot for sure. Stubborn cheese just doesn't want to melt. I think it kind of sank down in there and got stuck. So I'm trying to spread it around. Stubborn cheese, but it is melting slowly. I think Daiya does a great job of mimicking dairy cheese. Yeah. Where are you going for your trip? So I'm not going anywhere from a trip, but I don't know if you were listening to a part of what I was saying earlier, but my dad is traveling. He is going to Ethiopia in like 6 hours because his flight is super, super early in the morning and he's not going to sleep overnight, which I don't think is a good idea. I think he should get a little nap. So I'm not traveling anywhere. We were talking about where I would like to travel in Texas, because I've never been to Texas and that state has always fascinated me. The people I've met from Texas are like very proud to represent Texas, which I also am like that when I meet people and I tell them I'm from Minnesota, because I just love Minnesota so much. So I would love to travel to Texas one day, and also Ethiopia as a family, but that's where my dad is going. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to see in Texas. I don't know if I could fit it all into one trip. All right, the cheese is kind of melted. We're just gonna go with that. That's cool for your dad. I know. I'm so happy for my dad. It's just wild. He left his country because there was like political turmoil and war, and he had to leave. And it's so crazy. He came here in 1982, so he's been here for over 40 years, and he never has gone back. So I was telling him, I was like, that's so crazy. Like when you left your country when you were 22 or 23, maybe, did you ever think you would be returning when you were 66? I could never, I cannot imagine doing that. Leaving the United States and not returning until my 60s. Crazy. So yeah, it's a very special trip for him. He's got lots of connections there. He has some family. He has friends who go back and forth all the time. So that's really nice because it feels like he really does have a network of friends, loved ones, etc., who do have his back because the country has changed so much since he left. I mean, it's become much more modernized, and I think they have like Lyft and Uber and tons of stuff going on. So it is going to be the trip of a lifetime, I would say, for him. And he's staying through October, I think the first week of October. So he's going there for like 6 weeks. It's amazing. Oh, you're in California. Cool. I'm in Minneapolis. Yep, correct. Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm on the other side of Canada. Yes. So it takes about 6 to 7 hours to get to Canada if you drive just straight north from where I am in Minneapolis. But I like to refer to Canada as northern Minnesota. And I'm sure some Canadians are like, oh, Minnesota is just southern Canada. Because I feel like it's very similar. The landscape is similar. Canadians are so nice. And Minnesotans, I think, can be nice too. Maybe a little bit passive aggressive, but yeah, I love Canada, the parts of it that I've seen. But that's another country that's just like, it's so huge and there's so much that I want to see of it. And I love like forest, mountains, cold atmospheres, wintry, snow. That's my favorite kind of landscape. So Canada is just like a dream place for me. I would definitely consider having dual citizenship with Canada. So in Minnesota, we kind of sit like at the top of the Midwest. So Minnesota, to our west, we have North Dakota, South Dakota. South of us is Iowa, and east of us is Wisconsin. Those are the states that form the ring around us. Yeah. And where are you in California? Peace and joy. Because California is a huge state. Oh, Northern California. Doesn't Northern California have like mountains, snow, skiing? No, I've only been to the southern part of California. I've been to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Oakland, maybe, Laguna Beach, Beverly Hills. Yeah, like I've seen some of the like rural parts of California where there's lots of farms and also sadly like some wildfires too. Orange farms, I think that's what you call them. But I haven't been to Northern California. So do you live in kind of like a more mountainous and hilly part of California? And also do you get snow? Okay, so you have been. Oh, maybe I'm mistaking some of the cities because I'm terrible with knowing what is considered like NorCal, North California, and Southern California. So yeah, which of the cities that I mentioned would you count as north? Oakland, San Francisco. Oh, that is north. Okay, NorCal. Wow, never would have known this. Yeah. In my head, all of the cities that I've been to in California are all like toward the bottom, like close to Mexico. So yeah, not great. I really liked San Francisco. That was a very Oh, very charming place. I love the Golden Gate Bridge. We went there for my sister because she's obsessed with California. She actually wants to live in California one day. Just loves it. The ocean is beautiful. Yeah. I'm also a huge fan of Selling Sunset. Feel free to roll your eyes. But I love, oh my gosh, just seeing like the LA real estate scene. NorCal, SoCal, very different. Okay. What would you say is like the biggest difference between NorCal and SoCal? I don't think I could come up with an answer in my head. Is NorCal like, if that's where San Francisco is it more like tech, like tech startup, Google, like creative? I don't know. Like San Fran has such a vibe, so I'm wondering like how that compares to SoCal. I bet my sister could answer these questions because she's obsessed with California. Hollywood. Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, okay. Silicon Valley, the slang word's the vibe. Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, Silicon Valley. That's the phrase I was looking for. Very interesting. Yeah, California. The Bay Area is the home of Twitter, YouTube, Craigslist, everything. Yeah. Okay, I feel like I had a very like Silicon Valley experience when I went there because I was on a family trip. We went out to San Francisco and a few other cities. And I have a friend, I don't know if he still works there, but he at the time was working for Google. And so I was like, hey, like, I'm in town, would be great to meet up. And he's like, I can just show you around Google, like the campus. And it was so nice. Oh my gosh, just so modern. Everything was made out of glass and metal, and there was free coffee, barista stuff. There was free food. It was the most beautiful campus. And I was like, oh my gosh, you work at Google. This is so cool. Born and raised in San Francisco and then lived a few different places. Okay, nice. So you're so close, and it's not like, do you think you'll stay in kind of the area in the Bay Area? It's a beautiful area. The one thing that I think would be so tough is just how expensive it is to live there. But also really nice that you're like native to San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is quite a place. Yeah, I just feel like it's a very like cutting edge place to be with all the tech. I think we saw like Meta or Facebook or maybe it was Twitter, one of those like social media platform offices. And we were like, they're here. It's the tech giants. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Google was amazing. I mean, it's the most beautiful work office environment I've ever seen. So modern, so pretty, tons of plants, stunning views, lots of natural light coming in through the windows, just a million free things. My friend who, I went to visit, he was just like, oh yeah, take anything you want. This is the free lunch bar. Build your own salad, build your own taco burrito. grab a coffee, whatever you want. The barista will make it for you. And I was like, dude, this is like all the work perks going on. It was very cool to see. I think I might still have my Google like visitor badge from when I went to see him. He was a college friend of mine. Very smart. Yeah, I would love to get out there again. Maybe because I was watching the Olympics, the Paris Olympics, and they did the passing of the torch to Tom Cruise, who, brought the torch to Hollywood because Los Angeles is going to have the next Summer Olympics. So I was like, ooh, time to start saving. I would love to go to the Summer Olympics in LA. I love it in NorCal, and also I sort of been there, done that. LOL. Ooh, do it! Oh my gosh. Okay, I was totally like this so I grew up in Minneapolis, just outside in the suburbs, and I just had this like restless energy of just like I want to get out of my state. I want to do all this stuff, and yeah, I studied out of state. And then I lived in Germany for a year, and that was awesome. I lived in DC for a year. And then at that point, I decided I just wanted to be here in Minneapolis because all my family is here and I'm super close with them. And going back and forth was so tough for the holidays. But definitely, yes, I agree. Yeah, definitely really cool experience with my friend's job. But also, like, definitely try out living in other places. It's amazing. I thought I was going to live abroad. Like I was like, I'm moving to Germany. I work there as a teacher. And I thought I was just going to stay there for years and years and years and maybe just become a citizen there. But honestly, like after 1 year went by, I was like, I really miss the United States. Like I love it here. It's just such a great, safe, progressive country, but it was not home. So I highly recommend if you want to live somewhere like out of state, you can always come back. You can always go back to California, but I feel like it only gets harder as you get older to completely like uproot and move, sign a lease, find a roommate. Like at my age, like I'm going to be 31 in a few weeks, and I'm like, I am not uprooting and moving to another state. I did that in my 20s. I will show you around NorCal tour if you ever come back. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I know I'll get out there at some point in my life. It just, probably not like immediately within the next year, but it's a place for sure that I want to go to. And I definitely, like, I would want to book a hotel for most of the summer 2026 Olympic Games in Los Angeles because that's just going to be so crazy out there. I would love that. Well, it is 10 p.m. where I'm at, and I do work tomorrow. So I am going to sadly sign off. I always get so sad whenever I end my live streams because I love talking to people, and it's so fun, especially when there's new people like you, Peace and Joy. Honestly, this is so fun. So I am going to sign off. I got to get this cleaned up. Got to eat my dinner and get ready for work tomorrow. So I'm going to sign off for now. I'm going to be live both Saturday and Sunday this weekend because I'm cooking a ton of food. I'm making cookies, a potato dish, carnival style food. So there's a lot going on this weekend. So I'm going to be live both days. Feel free to drop in at any point. Peace and Joy. So fun meeting you. I love when there's new people in the chat. I love it. So that's all for tonight. I'll see you in the next live, hopefully. Bye. Good night.